Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Qala rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inshallah we'll start Surah Kahf again and we will finish from ayah 60 to 82. In this section the story of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam has been mentioned, and just the brief background. Musa alayhi salam was told to give a khutbah to his followers about the blessings that Allah has given to his nation. So he did a khutbah which was amazingly good, and everybody becomes so close to him and start crying and asking Allah's forgiveness. So one person asked at that point to Hazrat Musa that you are the most intelligent and learned person on the face of the earth. And Musa alayhi salam says yes. And this is mentioned in the books of Hadith, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to teach Musa alayhi salam something, that whenever something like this has been mentioned, it has to be associated with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has all the ilm. And for that reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Hazrat Musa alayhi salam that there is a person, you need to go and meet him. Although his name is not mentioned in the Qur'an, but is mentioned in the books of Hadith. His name is Khizr alayhi salam, and Allah has given him a different kind of knowledge and ilm. But Allah just wanted to teach Musa alayhi salam that it has to be, whenever the question of ilm being asked, it has to be referred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has all the ilm. And in this background, Musa alayhi salam was instructed to go and travel and meet him, and Musa alayhi salam was also eager to meet him, because Musa alayhi salam is a messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is Ulul Azm. He is one of the 5 main messengers. And also Musa alayhi salam wanted to be more closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by learning good from other person. So these are the reasons that he started a travel, and his Sahabi, who was Yusha bin Nun, which has been mentioned in the Qur'an as his servant or khadim, accompanied him. And this portion of Qur'an has significant issue about the ilm that Allah has given to that person whose name is Khizr. And the ilm that Allah has given to Musa alayhi salam is a different ilm, which is the ilm of Nabuwa. So the issue about what has happened is that the basic thing that we need to clear, that Allah wants to clear, is that whatever is happening in front of your eyes, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the reality. And as a true obedient servant or slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to submit to the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And sometimes it looks like there's something you feel that is not good for you, but in reality Allah knows that is good for you, which we already read that before in Surah Al-Imran. وَلَا تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. And sometimes there is something which you want to be with and you want to have it happen, but Allah doesn't let it happen, is because it is your limited knowledge that seems to be good, but Allah knows that this is not good for you. So this is what the 3 aspects that's going to come in this portion as the story goes, we will discuss. So if we start, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Wa iz qala Musa li fatahu la abrahu hatta ablugha majmal bahrayni amdiya huqba. So Musa alayhi salam started the journey with his servant, and Musa alayhi salam said that I will keep on walking, keep my journey until I will do the journey till Huqba means 80 years, and someone says that it's 100 years, unless and until I reach to the place where I will meet that person which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted me to meet. And the thing that will know that they reach that place is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Musa alayhi salam that take a fish which was just salted, and that fish become alive and jump into the sea. That is the place where you will find that person who you want to meet. So that was the sign that Allah told Musa alayhi salam. فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما فاتخذ سبيله في البحر سربا. So they reached to a place where there were two rivers meet or two oceans meet, and at that point Yusha bin Nun, who was the servant of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, forget about the fish, and the fish just jump into the water and swam away. فَلَمَّا جَاوَزَ قَالَ لِفَتَاهُ آتِنَا غَدَانَ لَقَدْ لَقِينَا مِنْ سَفْرِنَا هَذَا نَصَبًا. And they continued their journey until they reached that they started feeling tiredness. So as soon as they lost the fish, they started having the effects of the journey, although they were in the journey for quite some time. And Musa alayhi salam said that I am very tired, so let's sit and eat. At that time when they opened up their stuff, the fish was not there. So Yusha bin Nun says, قَالَ أَرَأَيْتَ إِذْ أَوَّيْنَا إِلَى الصَّخْرَةِ فَإِنِّي نَسِيتُ الْحُوتَ وَمَا أَنسَانِيهُ إِلَّا الشَّيْطَانُ أَنْ أَذْكُرَهُ وَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلَهُ فِي الْبَحْرِ عَجَبًا. That when we stay there at that place where we both slept, the fish jumped into the water and ran away, and I saw it, but shaitan make me forget that. So as soon as he told this to Musa alayhi salam says that, oh, that was the place where we have to meet that person, so let's come back and we will go back. And Yusha bin Nun also said that it was very strange that that fish went into the ocean in a very peculiar way. قَالَ ذَلِكَ مَا كُنَّا نَبْغِي فَارْتَدَّ عَلَى آثَارِهِمَا قَصَصًا. So Musa alayhi salam and his servant come back, follow their footsteps until they reach to the point where there is a person sitting. فَوَجْدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا آتَيْنَاهُ رَحْمَةً مِّنْ عِنْدِنَا وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ مِن لَّدُنَّا عِلْمًا. And they met that person, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has special blessing on that person, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him a special knowledge. This is the takwini knowledge. This is the ilm that Allah has given to him. The issue about milladunna ilma is that something that Allah has given to him on personal level. This is like a special blessing to that special person from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا. So Musa alayhi salam asked that person that, can I stay with you and try to learn something that will make me more closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you can teach me whatever you know. And in this portion again, just like we have read in Surah Baqarah about Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, that he has asked question to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about how you're going to resurrect, and Allah gave them the answer, although Allah asked them that why you are asking this question, and Ibrahim alayhi salam answered that I just want to have peace of my heart. This is the way Allah has teaches us that how you should ask question. Here again, that when you know something, if you are already a knowledgeable person, still Allah wants you to get knowledge, because your knowledge is still very little, and you should be humble with the knowledge, not you should be arrogant with the knowledge, because arrogance with knowledge is shaitan. Humbleness with knowledge is obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a true sign of an alim, that it becomes more and more khashiyah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he gains more knowledge. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us that Musa alayhi salam is showing that how you should be in a person who has knowledge, so you can learn something. So you should be very humble in front of him, and you should get the knowledge, and he will teach you. So Khizr alayhi salam says, Qala innaka lan tastati'a ma'iya sabra, that if you're gonna be with me, you cannot be patient. And then he gives the answer why you cannot be patient. Wa kayfa tusbiru ala ma lam tuhit bihi khubra. And he said, how can you be patient? Because whatever the knowledge Allah has given me, and whatever I will do, you will not gonna be understanding that what I am doing, and then it will be a contradiction. So what Musa replied with that? قَالَ سَتَجِدُنِي إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ صَابِرًا وَلَا عَاصِي لَكَ أَمْرًا. In this ayah also there is again the ayah of Tawheed, that Musa alayhi salam says that Insha'Allah, I will be patient. So he said Inshallah on the first time that I will be patient. But on the second sentence, Wala asi laka amra, and I would not do anything against your order, he forgot, and shaitan, this is again we refer to shaitan that he make it forgot things to people. So Musa alayhi salam also forgot to say inshallah. If he had said inshallah, maybe these signs were different, but this is how Quran says that Musa alayhi salam say inshallah one time, but on the other sentence there is no mention of inshallah. قال فإن اتبعتني فلا تسألني عن شيء حتى أحدث لك من ذكرى. And then Hazrat Khidr alayhi salam says that if you want to be stay with me, this is the condition, that you will not gonna ask me anything until I say so something. So if you start asking me question, or if you say something first, then the pact that we have staying together will be broken and I will leave you. So with that pact, both Musa alayhi salam and Khidr started their journey. فَانْطَلَقَ, that means they started their journey. حَتَّى إِذَا رَكِبَ فِي السَّفِينَةِ خَرَقَهَا قَالَ خَرَقْتَهَا لِتُغْرِقَ أَهْلَهَا لَقَدْ جِئْتَ شَيْئًا إِمْرًا. So they reached to a point where they have to ride a boat. As soon as they put their feet on the boat and boat was in the water, travel a little bit, Khidr alayhi salam make a defect in the boat by breaking a portion of wood in the boat. So he made a hole in the boat. Musa alayhi salam immediately says, what you have done? You make a hole in the boat. So you want us to drown in the river? This is a quite unique thing you have done. So instead of saying anything, Khidr alayhi salam says, قَالَ أَلَمَ قُلْ إِنَّكَ لَن تَسْتَطِيعَ مَعِيَ صَبْرًا. Didn't I tell you that you will not be patient with me and you cannot do the patience? Immediately Musa alayhi salam replied, قَالَ لَا تُؤَاخِذْنِي بِمَا نَسِيتُ وَلَا تُرْهِقْنِي مِنْ أَمْرِي يُسْرًا. That do not argue with me, I forgot, please forgive me and make my affairs easy. So he is saying that, okay, I forgot what I promised to you, so just please forgive me and continue the association with me. So Khidr alayhi salam says, okay, فَانْطَلَقَ, then they continue their journey. حَتَّى إِذَا لَقِيَ غُلَامًا فَقَتَلَهُ قَالَ قَتَلْتَ نَفْسًا زَكِيَّةً بِغَيْرِ نَفْسٍ لَقَدْ جِئْتَ شَيْئًا نُكْرًا. They reached to a point where they met a boy and Khidr alayhi salam killed that boy. Musa alayhi salam again says, how come you kill an innocent person, and why you killed him? This is not something that you should have done. Again Khidr alayhi salam replied, قَالَ أَلَمَ قُلْ لَكَ إِنَّكَ لَن تَسْتَطِيعَ مَعِيَ صَبْرًا. Didn't I tell you that you will not gonna be able to patient with me? Musa alayhi salam replied again, قَالَ إِن سَأَلْتُكَ عَنْ شَيْءٍ بَعْدَهَا فَلَا تُصَاحِبْنِي قَدْ بَلَّغْتَ مِن لَدُنِّي عُذْرًا. That if from now onward, if I ever say anything first, then me and you will be separated and I would not gonna argue with you anymore. فَانْطَلَقَ, then they continue. حَتَّى إِذَا أَتَيَا أَهْلَ قَرْيَةٍ اسْتَطْعَمَا أَهْلَهَا فَأَبَوْا أَن يُضَيِّفُوهُمَا فَوَجَدَ فِيهَا جِدَارًا يُرِيدُ أَن يَنقَضَّ فَأَقَامَهُ قَالَ لَوْ شِئْتَ لَاتَّخَذْتَ عَلَيَّ أَجْرًا. So they reached to a village where the people of the village refused to give any food to Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam, although they were travelers. So they were not very hospitable people and they don't want to make them as guests in the village. So they saw that there was a wall which was just near to be fallen. So Khidr alayhi salam did correct that wall and make it firm and completely repair it. Musa alayhi salam says, how come you did this work? You should have get some money by doing this work so we could have eaten something. قَالَ هَذَا فِرَاقُ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَكَ سَأُنَبِّئُكَ بِتَأْوِيلِ مَا لَمْ تَسْتَطِعْ عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. Khidr alayhi salam says that now we need to get separated because you again asked me the question without me telling you, but the things that have happened with me and you, now I'm going to tell you the truth behind those events. So here, this is the way that when we see something happening in front of our eyes, maybe that doesn't look very pleasant, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a qadr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows why this is happening and what is the reality. As a Muslim, we have to submit to the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he now giving the reasoning whatever he has done. أما السفينة فكانت لمساكين يعملون في البحر فأردت أن أعيبها وكان وراءهم ملك يأخذ كل سفينة غصبا. He said that the boat that we were in, that boat was owned by poor people of the village, and they used to use that boat to get the earnings, to get some earning by doing fishing. And there was a person close by in the river who was taking away the boats of everyone. So I make that boat defective. So if that person reach there, he will say that this boat is already defective, why should I take it? And he will leave the boats for those poor people, so they continue their livelihood by correcting the small defect that I created in that boat. وأما الغلام فكان أبواه مؤمنين وخشينا أن يهرقهما طغيانا وكفرا فأردنا يبدلهما ربهما خيرا منه زكاة وأقرب رحما. And the boy that I killed, those parents, they were very happy that they have a boy, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me this knowledge that that boy will be a tyrant when he grow up. So I killed that boy, and I wanted to save those two parents from all kind of torment from that boy. And I also wish that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them a progeny, a child which will be good to them and who will love them and who will be a coolness of their eyes, or who will be good to them. So that's why Khizr alayhi salam killed that boy, because that boy will cause the torment for those parents and he will be a transgressor. وَأَمَّا الْجِدَارُ فَكَانَ لِغُلَامَيْنِ يَتِيمَيْنِ فِي الْمَدِينَةِ وَكَانَ تَحْتَهُ كَنْزٌ لَهُمَا وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا فَأَرَادَ رَبُّكَ أَنْ يَبْلُغَا أَشُدَّهُمَا وَيَسْتَخْرِجَا كَنْزَهُمَا رَحْمَةً مِنْ رَبِّكَ وَمَا فَعَلْتُهُ عَنْ أَمْرِي ذَلِكَ تَعْوِيلُ مَا لَمْ تَسْطِع عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. And the last thing that I have done, the wall that was completely nearly fallen, I corrected it because the treasure was underneath the wall, and there were two kids whose father was very pious, and Allah wanted those kids that when they grow up they can get that treasure under the wall. So I corrected the wall so it should not be sort of missed when the wall fell down. So I corrected the wall, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted those kids to have that treasure. And Khizr alayhi salam said that all these things I have not done because of me. I have done it because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered me to do so, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has this ilm given to me which I do with Allah's permission. And this is a special ilm that Allah has given to me, and that's why you couldn't do the patience, you couldn't show the patience when things happen in front of your eyes. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.